Nigeria is blessed with abundance of natural and human resources to meet its needs, but despite being the biggest oil producer in Africa, most citizens live below the poverty line. In this report, Quest Kelvin Egbo examines the standard of living of Nigerians, especially those in the local areas, as recent World Reports on Extreme Poverty ranking places Nigeria ahead of India. The report.
With a population of over 180 million people, Nigeria is now rated number 1 with an estimated 87 million people thought to be living on less than $1.90 a day. For some households, it is a very bleak situation as they grapple daily to eat one square meal, while mothers have to carry out menial jobs just to ensure that their children or even grandchildren, in some cases, do not go to bed hungry.
Food data set as a whole, food Nigeria as a whole, people they suffering. They suffer for hungry. Hungry won't keep people. Like me now, at my age, they say ice fish. It's not supposed to be like that. We have plenty children. And the ice fish one, they say so. And they say big one, they say small. But the price of the ice fish today, nobody will even eat. Like this big fish now 800 and 700. But fear no go make me take a take cook. Because say no better profit inside. Instead to shop this for the children, I go carry areas of 150 for this areas. Now I go take the shop, me and children and husband. No good work. This country don't tire people. Before people will die finish for hungry, may government do something. At least this data set now we get for this Nigeria we get so many things. All the resources now we get, but today now this our country now poor. I'm not supposed to be like that.
The hungry way every day. If you watch the video now, if you walk out go soccer play, go see some old do me, they never get what in the shop. I should understand. And work not day. How you walk out there they say this country now good thing that they do. I beg the country, may they help the full country, may they help the Nigeria. The ones who not get, may they help them for work. The one way we say they do business, may they give them small, may they do their business so that all of us go to move forward for the country.
The story is even more heart-wrenching in slums across Nigeria. Although successive governments have often announced measures in providing improved standard of living, most Nigerians who live in slums have never felt the impact of such measures.
Because the time when I dey young, something not there like this. Company full everywhere. It was saying at 5 naira that they pay you. Month to finish. Before the 25, they don't pay. But now all the company don't go finish. Wait till you bring a corner, kata.
My children, they go school. No money to pay school fees. If you even carry them go school, government school, no money to buy book. To pay house rent and wahala. This place, when I don't dey so, I don't dey this place. I don't hold 1 year and 6 months. If you enter this street now, people will be say they're not the shop where I food the street.
The projection by the World Poverty Clock, compiled by Brookings Institute, show that more than 643 million people across the world live in extreme poverty, with Africans accounting for about 2/3 of the total number.
You have those coming out of the tertiary institutions, thousands of them from the polytechnics, the colleges of education, from the universities. What are the provisions that are there that will engage them in little jobs, even if it is 10,000 naira at the end of the month? Is there any provision from the government level? Outside the government, who do you think will provide this job? Am I the one to provide the jobs? So it is true that it is glaring. You go to the streets, you go to our streets, poverty all over the place. It is the government that controls the resources of the Niger Delta. In as much as they will continue selling the crude raw as a raw material, they will not build refineries in order to engage people. The poverty will continue to run that way. So if the government want to address the issue of hardship, we have the raw materials. Why not turning it around in order for job to be created?
Despite being the largest oil producer in Africa, Nigeria still struggles to translate its wealth into rising economic life. And now with the country occupying top position in World Extreme Poverty Ratings, the government and stakeholders must go back to the drawing tables to answer the question of the nation's wealth. Egbo Kelvin, reporting for Quest News.